My roommate was ugly as sin, but man, could she sing. When she found out the school board chairman, a total audiophile, was throwing a masked singing competition, she got all fired up and asked me to make her a mask. But I tried to talk her out of it. Rich kids like that just do this stuff for kicks. You really think looks don't matter to them? What if you win first place and he takes it out on you? She finally listened and backed out of the competition. Then some average-looking girl went and took first place, and the chairman's son married her with a big ceremony. My roommate was furious. She slashed my face with a box cutter, then locked me in a bathroom stall. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day of the competition. Shasha, can you make me a mask? Mr. Fu is hosting a masked singing competition tonight. I want to give it a shot. Maybe I'm exactly the sweet-voiced girl he's looking for. As Liu Ruyan kept talking, a blush spread across her face. She shyly looked down. Those familiar words rang out again. I stood there frozen for a long moment before it hit me. I'd been reborn. I didn't respond, and Liu Ruyan was getting annoyed. Then she suddenly smacked me hard. Hey, I'm talking to you. You deaf or something? That smack left my arm burning. But I didn't even care. I just smiled. Liu Ruyan noticed something was off about me. She pulled her hand back. Her brows knitted even tighter. What are you smiling at? You gonna do it or not? If not, I'll find someone else. I didn't say no. I bent down and dug through my supply box for some fabric. Of course I'll make it for you. My fingers flew. Half an hour later, the mask was already taking shape. I slid the mask in front of her. Liu Ruyan took it and immediately started nitpicking, telling me to redo it. Look, this stitch is crooked by like a millimeter. If someone notices that on stage, how embarrassing. And these tassels, they're off by a whole bead. They'll be totally lopsided when they swing. I kept fixing it until there was nothing left to complain about. Only then did she take it satisfied. She tried it on in the mirror. Not bad, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and congratulate you early. Yanyan, your voice is gorgeous. You're definitely taking first place. Liu Ruyan tilted her chin up. Obviously. Do you know whose voice this is? Then she seemed to remember something and casually asked, Shasha, your voice is nowhere near mine, but it's not terrible either. You don't want to join the competition? I've got a fiancé and my family's not hurting for money. Liu Ruyan relaxed at that and let out a long breath. Then she shot me one last jealous look. Anyway, I gotta go change and get ready. I nodded and watched Liu Ruyan walk away with a smile. Truth is, Liu Ruyan was not easy on the eyes, but maybe heaven took pity on her and blessed her with an incredible voice. She always believed that voice was her ticket into a rich family. Her shot at the top. So she managed her schedule, and online dated 88 guys at the same time. I tried to warn Liu Ruyan not to do shady stuff like that, but she never listened. Then Mr. Fu announced the masked competition, and she finally saw her shot. I knew how these rich guys operated, so I stopped her. But after watching someone else win and live happily ever after, she drowned me in a bathroom stall. Lucky for me, I got a second chance. This time, I'm done playing the hero. Let's see what kind of fabulous life Liu Ruyan ends up with. I had zero interest in Mr. Fu's masked competition, but another roommate heard Liu Ruyan was joining and dragged me by the arm straight to the hole. She pulled me to the front row, and we'd barely settled when the MC announced, Please welcome contestant number 17, Liu Ruyan. The spotlight hit the backstage entrance, and Liu Ruyan walked out slowly in her mask. The second she opened her mouth, the entire hall went dead silent. She was singing a classic, originally kind of slow and heavy, but coming through Liu Ruyan's voice, it was absolutely haunting. When the last note dropped, the hall exploded into thunderous applause. The clapping hadn't even died down when Mr. Fu suddenly stood up from the judges' table. That's enough. His voice boomed through the mic across the whole hall. The winner is number 17, it's decided. The crowd went absolutely wild. Mr. Fu acted like he didn't hear it and walked straight toward the stage. He stopped right in front of Liu Ruyan. Take it off, let me see you. Liu Ruyan's shoulders visibly tensed up. Mr. Fu, didn't you say it was only about the voice? She didn't move, just fired back from behind the mask. Mr. Fu smiled. Sure, that's what I said, but I still gotta meet my future wife, don't I? You gonna wear that mask for the rest of your life? Liu Ruyan started trembling with excitement. She ripped the mask off without hesitation. The air in the hall froze. Whispers spread through the crowd like a wave. No wait, the gap is insane. She looks rough. That voice can't be real. Lip sync? The excitement on Liu Ruyan's face froze solid. Cold sweat dripped down her forehead. She slowly looked up at Mr. Fu. To her surprise, Mr. Fu stepped back, brows furrowed. Just when everyone thought he was about to back out, he suddenly stepped forward. He picked up the lace mask from the floor and gently put it back on Liu Ruyan. That was on me, sorry if I scared you. He took Liu Ruyan's hand and turned to face the crowd. His voice was even louder than when he announced the winner. Everyone, this is Liu Ruyan, my girlfriend. The crowd erupted into an even bigger frenzy. A lot of people were clearly there for the drama, but Mr. Fu didn't even glance at them. He just held Liu Ruyan's hand and walked toward backstage. I didn't snap out of it until they'd completely disappeared. Something in my gut told me this wasn't over. For the next week, I didn't see Liu Ruyan once. Then Monday morning, I was heading into the dorm building, when a purple supercar blew right past me out of nowhere. The tires screeched so loud every student nearby turned to look. I was fuming and muttered, "Absolute maniac. Should have just had Dad buy this whole school." The car slammed to a stop in front of the building, and Liu Ruyan stepped out of the passenger seat. I looked up and almost didn't recognize her. Her hair was styled in big bouncy curls. She was carrying a limited edition designer bag, and she was dripping in expensive jewelry.